Hey guys, it's Murray here. I don't know if this video is going to show you, but this is a little frame wiring jig I've made up, and I'm just going to test it to do a couple of bits of foundation. They're full depth, and I made these little holders here that hold it in place out of some old door stops I have. And other night I was on YouTube, and as I always am, looking around trying to find more information on bees and bee equipment, and I saw this the Fat Bee Man on their video, and he made up a foundation embedding tool that uses a car 12-volt charger. Now, I'd bought my foundation, and the people I bought it from sold me this little roller, a little rotary inbedder, and I'll just get it and show you. And it cost me $16. So here's the little embedder tool. It's got a roller on it and a little groove in the roller which actually follows the wire and pushes it down into the wax. But I found it very unsuccessful. I don't know, apparently you're supposed to have a hot thing of water or something, or heat it up. But the other day I was at a little second-hand shop, and I picked this one up. This one is the same sort of thing, but it's probably a cheaper one, the earlier one, but neither of them could I get working successfully. So what I made was, I made up, after looking at that little embedder that the Fat Bee Man used, I made one of my own up, and I just got some screws, some brass wood screws, and screwed them in. I drew a line right along the centre of the piece of timber first, and I allowed myself enough room so that I could hold it either end. So I could hold it out here and I could hold it out here. And so I got the router and grooved the hole all the way up there, and then I drilled down at an angle and poked the wire through, so that when I screwed that screw in there, of course it had the head on it, when I screwed the screw in there, it actually contacted with the copper wire there. And down this end here, I drilled a hole right through to this screw here, and did the same thing. Fed that main wire through there and poked it out that hole, and then screwed this in, which gave it contact. And then this is just a little flat piece of metal. Actually, it's an old conduit clip I had, and I liked it because it had the rubber flap on top of it, and that's a bit of an old electrical tag off an old coil or something like that. But it's and you just push it together. Well, I'll do one or two or three and show you how it goes. Now, this is the first time I've made frames and things like that, and I made a jig up, which I'll show you in a minute, to make these frames up, and it worked a treat. I was really impressed with it. So, but anyway, you can see the wire across the top of the foundation, and you just line these up. This one's got power there and there, and these ones here act as presses to press the wire down in there. So you put it up the top on the wire there, and down on the other side there, and you just give it a couple of little zaps, normally about 3, and keep even pressure on it. And then I wait for a second, and I just rock it a little bit to come off the to let it cool a bit before I pull it away. You can probably hear the old I've only got a 4 amp battery charger running it, an old one, but I tried it with a variable, you know, the old Hornby power supply for a train set, and it just blew that up straight away. I hope it's got a fuse inside it, because it lit up inside like Luna Park, so I'm hoping that it had a fuse that went, and that was what the spark was. And then I tried my 3 amp power supply from my CB radio, and it just dimmed the light every time I pushed the button, but it wouldn't heat the wire up. So you're basically creating heat through that wire like an element in a bulb, and that heats the wire up, and those 4 little prongs just press it down, and there's one done. I suppose as I get faster at it, I'll get better, and I'll embed the wire the right depth, but for a busted ass beekeeper that's just learning, I'm really enjoying this. I'll probably get some routine going, or put all the foundation in first and then embed them. I don't know, but at this moment I'm just happy that it's all working there. See, when you put the foundation down into the slot, it leaves a gap all the way around. Now I'm not sure whether that's the right thing, or whether I should pull it all the way back up as far as it'll go, and I don't know, but for the time being I'll just keep doing it this way and see how I go. I probably need to taper some of the edges on this jig so it slides in a lot better, but anyway, here we go. Same thing again, you put the brass contact, or the brass screws on the wire, push it, 1, 2, 3, and you can see, if you keep even pressure on it, you can actually see the wire sink down into the foundation. And I was amazed at how simple it worked compared to the old roller one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And if you watch it close, you can see the wire go down, and you know, I think close enough when to stop. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Someone's firing guns off. I just heard a couple of guns, so there's probably wild dogs, dingoes around. So, at 1, 2, 3. Alright. I always lift it up gently because it tends to, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's little marks where the brass screw ends push the wire down in, and the heat just embeds it down. I think, yeah, see, to me that one there looks like it's gone too far. I'll probably push it too hard and it's come through the other side, but at the moment it should be alright. Okay, I'm a bit disorganised at the moment. I've got salt blasting tools all over the shed. I've been tinkering here on the weekend, making all this equipment. I bought my 2 frames, or boxes. I bought it from a place called King Roy Bee Supplies, and being, as I said, a first-time beekeeper, it's all new to me, and it's part of the excitement, I suppose. So, you see, I don't lock these in while I'm doing this foundation, because I only lock them in when I'm doing the framing, so it keeps it all square, and then I put those little locking pins up there to hold it. So, right, here we go again, when I'm wiring, sorry, when I'm actually feeding the wire. I haven't used eyelets because I didn't know about them, but 1, 2, 3, see how fast I can get it done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Yeah, that one looks better. That looks better. But it's enjoyable, it keeps me happy, and eventually I'll get some honey from it, and I'm looking forward to this season, because I got 40 hives delivered out here from one of the local beekeepers. He actually grows small crops, and I was hitting him up, or trying to hit him up, for some hives to propagate some pumpkins that me and the wife had planted. I had 6 acres in, and when I found out what it cost to hire a couple of hives, I was just gobsmacked. I thought, wow, that's really expensive, you know. I spoke to this grower, and he allowed me to have a few nukes out here, and those nukes got up to speed, and I caught a swarm off them, and that was my first. I actually caught 2 swarms, but the other one was too small, and it didn't survive. I think it was what they call an after swarm. But anyway, the local beekeeper that was working for this bloke named Chris Fricky, American-Canadian guy, and mate, talk about really nice people in the beekeeping fraternity. Chris, nothing was too hard for me. Every time he'd come out to look at the bees that he had here, I would go out with him when I was home and help do the hive inspections, and he'd teach me about aspects of beekeeping. How to look for disease, and how to check for brood, and the various stages of larvae, and swarm characteristics and all that sort of stuff. So I've bought myself a few good hives now, and I'm going to hopefully get at least 6 hives going this bee season, and I'm going to do that by doing some splits and artificial swarms. I've been studying up on a bit of the queen rearing for my own use, and I'm quite looking forward to doing that, so it should be good. Well, that's all the frames I've got wired up at the moment, and I've done them all, so I'll just turn my little camera around and show you the excuse the jerkiness of this, and I'll show you what I've got done over here. So I'm going to turn it around, and you're going to see what's my junky old shed. There's the 2 frames, the 2 hives, and 2 lids and 2 inner covers, and there's the other one there. I'm just starting to load it up with wire, but yeah, I really enjoy it. Like, as you can see by my floor, on the floor there's power tools, routers and things, and over there I've got a little table saw and a cut-off saw that I have been using to make stuff up. I got onto some good second-hand ply from a bearing company. You can see the big pile of it over there underneath the saddle blanket, and it's really good. I just strip all the material off it, and I can use it for making up various things. So what you can see down there on the floor is actually a bee vac. I saw one on Bushkill Vac, and I've made one up, and I couldn't get their blowers, so I've got a blower, it's Ozito. It cost me $49 at Bunnings, and it's about 1800 horsepower, or watt I suppose you call it, yeah, 1800 watt, and I've just built a box and made a slide lid to fit it, and the top section works quite well, but I'm going to give that a go this swarm season and see if I can catch some swarms and add to my own hive. So, well, I'm going, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.